Yo, what's up, people? Welcome back to the Luxine channel. Today we're going to be doing the World Cup predictions with the Telegraph. So, 4 years ago, before the 2022 World Cup, I did my very own World Cup predictions. You can check that video out. It did really good. That was on my main channel, I think it was. This is on the second channel. Hopefully it gets as much views as it can. We're going to be going in depth. I just came back from university, so I have plenty of time to do this video. I'm very tired, but we're going to do this. Group A, we have Mexico, South Korea, we have South Africa and Czech Republic or Czechia. Now, who do I think will come first in this group? I'm gonna say it goes like this. I feel like Czech Republic might sneak in first. I feel like since they have that European experience, they might have a little bit of dominance against the Mexicans or the rest of the group. So I feel like Czech Republic's gonna come first. It could be a bit of a shock, but they will come first. And then second place, I had to go with Mexico. Then I'm gonna go with South Africa and South Korea. I am so sorry, South Korea. I have a friend from South Korea. Don't get me wrong. I think all of these teams in this group has a chance. I think Group A is a group of life. So that's how I think it's gonna go. Group B, we have Canada, Switzerland, Qatar, and Bosnia-Herzegovina. Bosnia qualified for the World Cup for the second time. First time since 2014, 12 years. They did it over Italy. Italy failed to go to another World Cup. Can they qualify for the Euro Cup? That's the problem. That's the thing. We had to wait and see for that. Imagine if they missed out on the World Cup and the Euros. Crazy. Anyway, who do I think will come first? I think there's a clear obvious. I think Switzerland. I think there's just levels behind some of these teams. So yeah, I think Switzerland are like the best team in this group by far. Next, I think I'm gonna go with a bit of a shock. I'm gonna go with Bosnia and Herzegovina. I think they had a really good playoff finals. They beat Italy. They beat Wales. I think they have what it takes to come second. I think Switzerland might be a bit of a hard task for them, but I feel like they can do it. Group next team I think is going to be Canada, and then Qatar unfortunately will come last in back-to-back World Cups. So yeah, I just feel like Qatar are not that good. I think they can, don't prove me wrong, of course, prove me wrong, but this group could be a bit difficult for them. I'm not gonna lie. Group C, we have Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, Haiti. Before I say anything else, Brazil will top this group. 100%. 100% they will top this group. Now it's between who's gonna get second, third, and fourth. Well, obviously I think Morocco are going to go in second. Then I think it's going to be Scotland and Haiti. Yeah, poor Haiti. I believe this is the first World Cup. Maybe I'm wrong. I think, let me down in the comments below if they qualified for the World Cup before in the past. It's going to be an interesting seeing Haiti in the World Cup, but there's no chance they have any chance against any of these teams in this group. So yeah, I'm sorry, Haiti. Prove me wrong though. Prove me wrong. Group D, we have United States of America, Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey. First of all, I'm going to say Turkey is very good. I think they will come first. They obviously playoffs, but they were put in. They have Spain. If they didn't have Spain in that group, I think they will top it for sure. If Spain wasn't in that group with Turkey, and then we have either who's going to come second. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm gonna go Paraguay. Now Paraguay are actually a solid team. 2010, they had a really good World Cup. I know they haven't qualified since the World Cup since 2010, and I'm very interested to see Paraguay in the World Cup. Obviously supporting my South American brothers, mi hermanos sudamericanos. But I just feel like Paraguay have a solid team. And also don't forget this team beat Argentina. I know it was in Paraguay, but they beat Argentina in Asunción, which is the capital of Paraguay. And either way, no, you don't expect Paraguay to beat Argentina. So they did that. If they did that, it's crazy. So yeah, and then I think. Oh, I don't know. I feel like it's criminal putting one of these teams. I'm gonna go Australia. I'm sorry, United. No offense to any Americans. I know this is your World Cup. I know you want to prove yourself. Think, by all means, do it. Don't take this seriously. This is just me predicting it. I'm terrible at predictions, by the way, guys. So don't take anything. So I could be wrong. Now doesn't mean I. What I'm trying to say, don't take it seriously, okay? Like, if I put it in first, obviously it might not come in first in real life. But I just feel like this. I know not this international window, but the one before that, they had a really good one. They beat Uruguay 5-1 or something like that, and then they beat Paraguay, who were in the same group. But I feel like some countries don't take friendlies as seriously as others. When it comes to tournaments, teams like Paraguay, England, well, I won't say England, because I feel like England don't take the friendlies games seriously. But I just feel like you didn't impress me in the last international break. You lost both of your games against Portugal, against Belgium. Yeah, I know those are tough teams, but with Belgium, you lost 5-2. So there's no excuse there. You had to blame yourselves for that. If you're going, I know you scored first, but when you score first, you really had to add to that and not defend or something like that. I don't know. I didn't watch that Belgium game. I watched the game against. To be fair though, they did look pretty good against Portugal, but at the end of the day, you just have to finish your chances. So yeah, Group E. I'm not gonna go over this. I'm not gonna go on this too much detail. I think it's gonna go in this order: Germany, Ecuador, Ivory Coast, Curacao. Prove me wrong, Curacao. I would love to see you go into the round of 32. But Germany, I don't feel like they're going to bottle it this time. I feel like the team are too good to bottle it. On the Hansi Flick, I thought they were going to do better in the last World Cup, but they failed terribly. I think they're going to do it this time. Ecuador are a very defensive team. I feel like they're going to have many good draws against maybe they'll lose to Germany, but they'll keep it tight. If you see Ecuador's games, then they're never like you never score. You never destroy this team. You will never score like 500 goals, or you never score more than 3 goals or more than 2 goals against Ecuador. They're very defensive, very good, compact, and I think can do. Ivory Coast, I know they have the likes of Yan Diamande, Amad Diallo. Who else do they have? I'm trying to think of any at the moment. Sangare from Nottingham Forest. They have really good players. But when you go against a defensive team like Ecuador and they can counter and they can score, that might. I don't know. I'm not. They're not known for scoring goals, but they're definitely keeping it tight. I think third and second will be very tight, but I think Curacao. I don't see Curacao getting through. It's a tough group. This is a really tough group. No one really talks about it. So yeah, Group F we have Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia, Sweden. Not much to say. Netherlands. Who do they? Netherlands. Anyway, I'm basing off because I don't know who Netherlands played, but I don't need to know who they played. This is going to come in first. Who's going to come second? You know what? I'm going to say Japan second, Sweden third, and then Tunisia last. Yeah, I feel like that's sensible. Now, I just to let you know, I did do like a video, not like a video, but I did like a, well, it was a video, but I did like a warm up video. I didn't upload it or anything, I deleted it, but it was a warm up video to get ready for the main event, which is this, so yeah. Anyway, I feel like that's got a good order. Belgium, Group G, Belgium, Iran, Egypt, New Zealand. Now at this time we still don't know if Iran is going to go to the World Cup. However, at the moment we're going to pretend like they are in the World Cup. I'm going to say Belgium coming first. This is a very easy group for Belgium. They should, if they don't top it, then then there's no excuses. If they don't make it out of this group, then they can't talk. They just have to blame themselves, and there's no excuses. I'm gonna go with Iran. New Zealand, Egypt. I feel like third and fourth are going to be very close. It's not because I know Mo Salah is Egyptian and I know he's Liverpool and I'm United. It's nothing to do with that. It's just I feel like they're going to share points, but I feel like New Zealand might have a better goal difference. Who knows? I'm just messing up. I'm just kind of like going through this. Not much to say. It's just an easy group. I think Belgium's guaranteed top, and I feel like anything can happen between these three countries here. So I could be wrong. Don't take it seriously, like I said. Next is Group H, which consists of Spain, Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, Cabo Verde. I think this is where my first upset comes. I'm gonna go. Well, obviously Spain's gonna come first. Uruguay second. I feel like those two are the dominant. Will dominate this group. But then I'm gonna go Cabo Verde to go in third, and then Saudi Arabia to. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like Saudi Arabia as a team. It's not because I hate them. I don't hate them. I want every team that I put in fourth place, I want you to do well. It's not that I don't want them to do well. It's just I don't like really how Saudi Arabia plays. They got lucky in the last World Cup. They came last, not despite beating Argentina. I could be wrong. Prove me wrong, Saudi Arabia. Don't take anything to offense, but I feel like Cabo Verde just might. It's not that Saudi Arabia is bad. Maybe I shouldn't say I don't like Saudi Arabia, but because it's kind of a good tourist destination, maybe. But I just feel like Cabo Verde is just gonna surprise someone. I feel like that's good. I had to have an upset here, guys. I had to have an upset in this video. If you don't know me, it's not my prediction video if I don't have an upset. Anyway, let's continue. Group I, which is France, Senegal, Norway, Iraq. I think it's gonna go Senegal, Norway, Senegal, Iraq. I feel like that's the order on how it's going to be. Group J, Argentina, Austria, Algeria, Jordan. And this is where my second upset here. I'm actually going to put Austria in first, Algeria in second, Argentina in third, and Jordan to come in last place. My motive for putting Argentina in third place is just I feel like they won the World Cup already. I know they have such a good players, but if we talk about Austria and Algeria, these two teams are actually pretty good and they're on the rise. Austria just good under Ralph Ragnick. Algeria is on the rise, and I feel like Argentina might not have much energy. I might be completely wrong, but like I said, we need to have some upsets in this to make it more interesting, to make it more exciting. So yeah, I just feel like there won't come as much enthusiasm as they did in the 2022 World Cup. I almost said 2020. Hang on a second, we got these stupid notifications here. Anyway, Group K: Portugal, Colombia, Uzbekistan, Congo. I think it's gonna go Portugal first, Colombia second, DR Congo third, and Uzbekistan last. I feel like that's respectable. I want to. Uzbekistan have been trying to qualify for the World Cup, and they finally done it, and they're gonna get grouped. So how a sad story, but prove me wrong. Like I said, just prove any country that come in last place. Just prove me wrong. Just prove me wrong, and that's it. Anyway, but just to let you know, if I do get this group correct, and Argentina does come in third, then I'm a fucking genius. Let's just say that. Group L is England, Croatia, Panama, Ghana. Ooh, good. I'm gonna say England first. Come on, you boys. Come on, England. Croatia second, Ghana third, and Panama last. The thing is, yeah, Ghana could come last, but I feel like they're gonna come third place because they're better than Panama. Also, don't forget, Ghana didn't qualify for the African Cup of Nations, AFCON, so they didn't qualify for that. So they could potentially get grouped in this one as well. It really depends how it goes. Anyway, let's select the third best, the 8 best third place team. There, that's a bit of my fault. I'm gonna go like so. It's gonna be South Africa, Sweden, Australia, Argentina, Canada. I'm gonna go with a bit of a shocker. Cape Verde, Senegal. It's between Scotland, Ivory Coast, Ghana, and DR Congo. Okay, I think Ghana no, Scotland no, so it's between these two. Or I forgot New Zealand as well. Ivory Coast. Let's go. Mexico versus Bosnia Herzegovina. You know what? I think Mexico have it here. Mexico have it here. Germany, Australia, very interesting. Remember Australia in the last World Cup? They had a really good round of 16 tie against Argentina. They did pretty well, but then they eventually lost to Argentina, but they kept it close. However, it was going to be Germany here. Now there's Morocco. So we'll go for an upset. Morocco. Come on, Morocco. Brazil, Japan. These matches are not getting easier, but I think Brazil will have it here. France versus Sweden. France. Ecuador versus Norway. Norway. Czech Republic, Cape Verde, Czech Republic, England, Senegal. It's a repeat of the 2022 FIFA World Cup round of 16, but it's going to be England. Turkey, Canada, Turkey. Belgium, South Africa. Fun fact, the South African national coach is Belgian, so this is going to be quite interesting. I think it's going to be Belgium. Colombia, Croatia. Colombia. Lo siento, Colombia. Spain, Algeria, Spain. Argentina, Switzerland. Austria, Uruguay. Portugal, Ivory Coast, Portugal. And then Paraguay, Iran. I think it's going to be Paraguay. I am going to go through this round a bit quicker, because I had to say what I had to say in the last round in the group stage. France versus Germany. I'm gonna go France. I just think France is much better equipped than Germany at the moment. Mexico, Morocco. Morocco. It's hard. Brazil, Norway, Brazil. But it's gonna be very close this match. Czech Republic, England, England. Croatia, Spain, Spain. Turkey, Belgium. I'm gonna go a bit of a surprise. I'm gonna go Turkey. Austria, Paraguay, Austria, Portugal, Argentina. Oh, Messi, Ronaldo. This is gonna be the most watched match in World Cup history. I'm gonna say Portugal, though. I feel like Portugal wants to get something done against Argentina. France versus Morocco. I'm sorry, Morocco. It's gonna be France. Spain, Turkey, Spain. England, Brazil. I'm gonna go England. Call me biased, but I feel like we're much better equipped than Brazil. I think Brazil had a bit of a slip ups every now and then in the World Cup qualifiers, especially against Bolivia and all the teams. So yeah, Austria, Portugal, Portugal semi-finals. France versus Spain. France versus Spain. I'm gonna go. I don't want to go against any of these two teams. I really don't. France. Just barely. Just barely. England, Portugal. My God. I'm just praying we get something against Portugal. I'm hoping. So I'm gonna back my boys. England. The three lines. Who's gonna win? England. I feel like England are going to shock the world by winning the second World Cup, and they'll get their second star. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This video was a bit long. It was getting a bit faster towards the end of the video. But guys, don't forget to leave a like on the video. 22 minutes of World Cup prediction. Man, I'm also going to do my last World Cup predictions just before the World Cup. So like maybe a day before or after the June international window where after the friendlies. So yeah, I still have to decide that date. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next vid. Goodbye, peace out.